Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Juskaitis from the Global Marketing Department here at Giant. Today, I'm here with Jan Kees Schellenbach, Category Manager for our Mountain product line. We're here to introduce the all-new Glory Advanced. First introduced in 2007, Glory was dedicated to downhill racing. That promise continues today with the all-new Glory Advanced. We're going to talk about the three main characteristics that make this bike state-of-the-art. So the first characteristic about the Glory Advanced is race-ready suspension. So JC, when we're talking about this new product, what does that mean?
What we have done with the new Glory, Andrew, is the fact that we improved our rear wheel travel. We have 200 millimeters of travel in the rear, matched to 203 millimeters in the front. When we look at our Maestro suspension in the rear, we have improved the leverage ratio curve. There's more support at the end stroke. What does that mean? You do not blow through your travel at the end of the stroke. Next to that, we kept the off-the-top feeling, so small bump compliance still at a very high level. So two things that we have achieved: soft off the top, but enough end stroke support.
And so the second characteristic is ultra adjustable. And when we say ultra adjustable, we mean it. There are three different options for the racer to fine-tune this bicycle for either course conditions or their riding preferences. JC, let's go down the list of adjustability on the new Glory Advanced.
So let's start with Flip Chip Maestro 3. That's a flip chip that is positioned in the upper rocker of the bike. And with that flip chip, you're able to adjust your bottom bracket drop. The adjustments that you can have are 13, 8, or 3 millimeters in bottom bracket drop. That's in an MX setup, so 27.5-inch rear wheel, 29-inch front wheel. Some background information: when we started the development of this bike, we started it as a full 29-inch bike, so 29 front and rear. Then Remy Thirion joined the team, and there was high demand from him to have an MX setup, so smaller rear wheel. In order to be able to cater to the needs of a full 29 setup, as well as a 27.5 rear 29 front setup, there's need to adjust the bottom bracket height. With the changes of the bottom bracket height, the head angle changes as well. You can go from a 61.6, 62, or 62.3 head angle, depending on the position of the Maestro 3 flip chip.
JC, thank you for explaining Flip Chip Maestro 3. The second opportunity for further adjustment on the Glory Advanced is Flip Chip Dropout DH. That's located in obviously the rear swing arm of the bike. Tell us about what it is, how it works, and why you might want to flip that chip.
So when we look at the flip chip in the rear center, the flip chip DH, you're able to adjust your rear center. So the back end of the bike you can make longer or shorter. There's, depending on preferences of the rider, the terrain that you're riding. If you want to have a long bike that is really good at max speeds, bombing down the DH track, you can go to the longer position. If you want to have a bike that is a bit more nimble and playful, you can set it up in the shorter position. The difference between long and short is 10 millimeters. In the short position, the rear center length is 447 millimeters with a wheelbase of 1293. In the long position, you're at 457, so that 10 millimeter difference, and a 1303 wheelbase in total. So additional adjustability that was requested by our riders.
So the final flip chip we're going to talk about is all new to Giant, and you can find it first on the Glory Advanced. That's Flip Chip Headset. JC, what is Flip Chip Headset? How does it work? And why might you want to flip that chip?
So Flip Chip Headset is a reach adjust headset. You can go from a neutral position to 5 millimeter forwards or 5 millimeter backwards. By doing so, the rider can find the right position on the bike. Next to that, due to the fact that we're able to change small wheel to big wheel, the reach numbers change. In order to offset that change, you're able to flip the chip. And there's two chips that you have, a forward or backward position and that neutral position.
So the final characteristic that we're going to talk about with the new Glory Advanced is rear wheel options. This bike can be ridden 29-29 or 29-27.5 configuration. JC, why is that an option?
We wanted to offer this option as there are rider preferences as well as different terrain that you're riding in. If you're riding fast, open terrain, a full 2.9 setup might be your preference. If you're riding tighter, more technical terrain, most riders go for a smaller rear wheel. We want to be able to offer both options. With the flip chips that we have incorporated in our frame, we're able to offer both wheel size options on one frame.
And so those are the three characteristics which make up the Glory Advance, Giant's first full composite 200mm Maestro-equipped downhill racing bike, developed for the rigors of World Cup racing and available now.